Good day and welcome to Mayor King's TV News. Now to begin the news, here are some of our top stories. Warri Stadium reconstruction boosts local economic activities in Delta. Oborevwori becomes South-South Governor of the Year at Progressive Digital Media Summit. On the business news, petrol nears 900 naira per litre as Opec Plus plans oil production hike. On sports, unstoppable the Tigress conquer Africa for 5th successive times. I am Timiela Emanuela. Now the news in full. Governor Sheriff Oborevwori of Delta State has said that the construction of Warri Township Stadium in the state is already boosting local economic activities, with 176 youths employed on the project site. Speaking while inspecting the project, at the weekend, Governor Oborevwori assured the residents of timely and quality completion of the project in the state's commercial city. He said the ongoing project reconstruction was part of the state government's effort to revamp the state's sport infrastructure and promote athletic and other sports. He expressed satisfaction with the project's progress, just as he said he was confident with the contractor's capacity to deliver a world-class facility that would serve the people of Warri and beyond. Governor Oborevwori further explained that the stadium, once completed, would not only serve as a hub for sports and entertainment, but would also symbolize the town's growing sports reputation, especially with Warri Wolves Football Club qualifying for the Premier League. A wave of jubilation swept through Warri, Ephraim and Udu as Delta State Governor Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevwori visited the area to inspect the multi-billion naira Udu Abo Market, flyover and storm drainage projects. The inspection, part of the governor's effort to ensure quality and timely delivery of projects under his more agenda, was met with cheering crowds and enthusiastic market women who trooped out to welcome and commend Oborevwori, whose administration is fast becoming synonymous with visible, people-centered development across the state. With impressive progress recorded at the massive storm drainages and other flow control system and ongoing structural works at both the flyover and the modern market, the governor reaffirmed his administration's resolve to deliver quality infrastructure that will enhance commerce, connectivity, and the quality of life for Deltans. Speaking during the inspection, Governor Oborevwori said the Udu Abo Market, which comprises of 604 lock-up shops, 120 open stores, a modern abattoir, and other facilities, is one of the largest in Delta State. He described the project as a potential game changer expected to stimulate economic growth and open up new revenue streams for residents. The governor, however, noted that the market, alongside key road constructions such as Opete Road, Owen Road, and Alaja Ogbijo Road, and others, reflects his administration's determination to develop every part of the state. Debunking claims of marginalization, he emphasized that the projects are ongoing across all senatorial districts and local governments in the state. Delta State Governor Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevwori has been honored with the prestigious South-South Governor of the Year award at the maiden edition of the Progressive Digital Media Summit and Awards, held on Saturday at the State House Banquet Hall, Presidential Villa, Abuja. The award, which recognizes exceptional performances, visionary leadership, and digital inclusion across Nigeria's South-South region, was presented to Governor Oborevwori in acknowledgement of his transformative strides in infrastructure, human capital development, and governance transparency since assuming office in May 29, 2023. Organizers of the summit commended Governor Oborevwori for his commitment to the development of Delta State through the effective implementation of its more agenda, meaningful development opportunities for all, realistic reforms, and enhanced peace and security. According to the organizers, the governor stood out Among his peers, for his impactful projects, people-focused policies, and responsive leadership style. Special Assistant to the President on Social Media, Mr. Dada Olusegun, said the event was a tremendous morale booster for progressives across the country, reinforcing the strength and unity of their collective voice. Receiving the award on behalf of the Governor, former member House of Representatives and Executive Assistant to the Governor on FCT Abuja liaison, Honorable Loveti Idesi, expressed gratitude to the organizers for the honor, describing it as a testament to Governor Oborevwori's relentless pursuit of good governance and inclusive growth in Delta State. As part of proactive measures to mitigate the anticipated impact of flooding across Delta State, the state government has constructed 6 fully equipped internal displaced persons (IDP camps) in strategic flood-prone locations. Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Germany Ejiro, disclosed this during an interview with The Guardian in Asaba at the weekend, outlining the state's comprehensive flood preparedness strategy. According to him, the newly established IDP camps located in Kwale, Uzoro, Patani, Bomadi, Otu Jeremy, and Asaba have been outfitted with essential modern facilities, including medical sick bays, security posts, kitchens, and other amenities designed to ensure the safety, health, and comfort of displaced persons. To bolster response and coordination, the state government has inaugurated a flood disaster management committee chaired by the Secretary to the State Government (SSG) Chief Kingsley Emu. The committee is tasked with interfacing with traditional rulers and community leaders to raise awareness and sensitize residents in high-risk areas about early evacuation. In addition, the Commissioner revealed that a dedicated task force has been constituted to enforce environmental sanitation laws, particularly targeting the indiscriminate dumping of waste into drainage systems, a major contributor to urban flooding. Ejiro issued a stern warning to violators, stating that anyone found flouting environmental regulations will be arrested and prosecuted without exception. Now on the entertainment news. President of the Directors Guild of Nigeria, DGN, Ushe Agbo, has condemned the piracy activities of movie box, despite actions taken by the Nigerian Copyright Commission (NCC). Agbo commended the NCC for its enforcement efforts, but emphasized the need for continued vigilance to protect intellectual property in the film industry. The DGN has been vocal in its support for measures that combat piracy and ensure that creators are compensated for their work. Agba's statement reflects the industry's ongoing battle against unauthorized distribution of content. The NCC's Director General, Dr. John Asen, on his part, has stated that the suspension of MovieVox NG was achieved with support from the Nigerian Internet Registration Association, (NIRA). He disclosed that the platform was known for streaming pirated copyrighted materials, including movies, music, and live sports. However, Agbo strongly condemned the platform operators for shifting from moviebox.ng to moviebox.ph to continue their illicit activities. The NCC has intensified its effort to monitor and shut down such operations, collaborating with internet service providers and domain registrars to prevent the resurgence of pirated platforms. This is even as the Commission has further urged the public to report any suspicious websites offering unauthorized access to copyrighted content. Moreover, industry stakeholders have expressed concern over the persistence of piracy, noting that it undermines the financial viability of the entertainment sector. Now on the business news. The pump price of petrol may hit 900 naira per litre this week if the price of crude oil continues to hover around $70 per barrel. This was even as OPEC Plus, a group that comprises non-members of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, agreed on Sunday to raise oil production by 547,000 barrels per day for September. Report states that depots in Nigeria have raised petrol gantry prices from an average of 820 naira on Thursday to 870 naira. Many filling stations, however, still retain petrol at 865 naira and 875 naira between Lagos and Ogun States. Throughout the weekend, it was observed that the gantry prices remained high, but filling stations did not rush to make any major meta adjustment. Meanwhile, the National Vice President of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Ahmed Fashola, has said the volatility in the exchange rate and prices of crude oil is affecting fuel prices. Also, OPEC Plus agreed on Sunday to raise oil production by 547,000 barrels per day for September, the latest in a series of accelerated output hikes to regain market share, as concerns mount over potential supply disruptions linked to Russia. Now on the foreign scene, Democratic state lawmakers have fled Texas to try to stop a vote on a new congressional map that would have heavily favored Republicans. The proposed redistricting, unveiled by Texas majority Republicans last week and backed by President Donald Trump, would create 5 new Republican-leaning seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. Republicans currently have only a slender majority in the House. Two-thirds of the 150-member state legislature must be present in order to hold a vote. 51 Democratic lawmakers have fled Texas, most of them to Illinois, denying Republicans the required quorum. They said the plan to stay away for 2 weeks until the end of a special legislative session. That session was convened by the Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who is a Republican himself. He has threatened to try to remove from office any lawmakers who fail to return to Texas for a vote. The session in the Texas legislature is being held to provide disaster relief after last month's deadly flood in the state, and to ban THC, the active ingredient in cannabis, as well as approving the planned electoral redistricting. Each of the 51 absent lawmakers could face a $500 equal to €380 fine for every day of their absence. And Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, a Republican, has threatened to have them arrested. Finally, on the world of sports, the national women's senior basket, the Tigress, made history Sunday night in Abidjan by becoming the first team on the continent to win 5 women's Afrobasket titles in a row, following a gusty display against Mali. In what should be their toughest at the 2025 Women's Afrobasket held in Ivory Coast, Nigeria became a resilient Mali to claim a 78-64 victory. With this win, Nigeria extended their winning streak to 29-0, dating back to the third-place game of the 2015 tournament in Yaoundé, Cameroon. This win caps off a flawless run in the tournament, with commanding victories over Rwanda, Mozambique, Cameroon, Senegal, and finally Mali. With this triumph, the Tigers have solidified their position as Africa's basketball powerhouse and rewritten the history books in the process. Now to end the news, a quick recap on our headlines. Warri Stadium reconstruction boosts local economic activities in Delta. Oborevwori becomes South-South Governor of the Year at Progressive Digital Medium Summit. On the business news, petrol nears 900 naira per litre as OPEC Plus plans oil production hike. In the world of sport, unstoppable the Tigers conquer Africa for 5th successive times. That's the news as read and edited by Simiela Emanuela. Thanks for watching.